The Las Vegas Raiders have hired Klint Kubiak to become their next head coach for the Raiders. Previously was the Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator. Before that was the Saints offensive coordinator, and then spent some time with San Francisco, Minnesota, Denver, in his time in the NFL. Only 38 years old. His numbers with Seattle, high scoring team offensively, fourth most yards, just a true dominant offense. Not revitalized Sam Darnold's career because Sam Darnold last year was pretty remarkable, but certainly gave the confidence that Sam Darnold needed to make this deep playoff run. What are your guys' thoughts on Klint Kubiak becoming the next head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders?
I mean, this was pretty clearly the best option available at this point. I think he's been the best option available for a good while now. It's just been a matter of who was willing to pull the trigger, and there's not a lot that anybody's going to be able to do to fix this situation that the Raiders have right now. I mean, you do have the first overall pick, but like the rest of the team, minus Brock Bowers, maybe Genty if he hasn't had his confidence completely shot by that offensive line, and a aging Max Crosby. Outside of that, there's really nothing on that Raiders team right now, other than, I guess, I don't know, Brady's the owner or something, if that holds any weight, which it doesn't, but, it could. But if there is anybody that I think has a shot of turning that offense around, it is Kubiak. I mean, we saw, as soon as maybe it's more because they got Shane Waldron out of the building, but as soon as Kubiak stepped in to be that OC for the Seahawks, it felt like their offense just completely 180. Really, I like this hire. I'm struggling to figure out the words I want to use because I don't want to give any sort of props to Seattle because I don't like them. But I do think Kubiak will be a good head coach if they can figure out, okay, we have a guy to figure out the offense. Can we have a guy to figure out the defense? And I think that's pretty much been my opinion on like every head coaching hire. It's like whether it's an offensive or defensive coordinator, it's like, all right, you got your guy to figure out this side of the ball, get a guy to figure out this side of the ball, and we could maybe do something with it.
Well said. Yeah, I don't know if there's really much. The Raiders, man. I saw someone tweet out a clip or something like that from Fernando Mendoza's interview recently about how he's got a taste of greatness now and he's addicted to it. And someone quote tweeted that video and said, well, don't get used to it because you're about to learn Las Vegas football. And yeah, I can't add any more that onto my thoughts on the hire that Braden hasn't mentioned. So I will kind of just say we'll see what happens because who was the guy that used to play for them that was like the interim and then brought on as the head coach a couple years ago?
Antonio Pierce?
Yeah. Like you remember like the like morale boost that he had like heading into the first full year as head coach, and they did nothing. Like they weren't even like good.
Max Crosby threatened to force a trade if they didn't re-sign Antonio Pierce.
So like
be the full-time head coach.
It's proof that like sometimes some teams do need just that morale boost to really like hit your peak, and then some teams are just bad. It doesn't matter what you do. And in the Raiders situation, they're bad. So
speaking some experience, eh?
Yeah. I don't even. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was unnecessary.
Yeah, I put it on a T though. I put it on a T.
I mean, come on, man.
I'll give you credit. I put it on a T. Jeez, yeah. I see. Here's the thing, though, and we can maybe talk about that. Talk about this after we talk about Arizona's head coaching hire. But I almost think, as much crap as I was just giving the Raiders right now, I almost think the Raiders' job is a better job than the Arizona Cardinals' job going into it.
It is,
but not even remotely close. that's why like I thought it. That's why it didn't shock me how long it took for Arizona to hire their head coach that they just hired today or recently here, this past couple days, because I'm not sure when this episode's getting posted, but because they have talent. The Raiders do have some like raw talented players. They just need they need to fill that quarterback position. I don't even think you need a once in a generational talent at quarterback to be like at least get them to the next level right now. Because I feel like yes, having a once in a generational quarterback will take you to levels that you could never imagine. But like you can still win with a good quarterback. You can still make it to the Super Bowl with a good quarterback, because as long as you got a guy that can somewhat decently throw the ball to someone, you're putting yourself in a good position. I mean, I'm not trying to say that like Sam Darnold's been terrible this year by any means, but like Sam Darnold wasn't looked at as this once in a generational quarterback, at least in recent memory. Maybe when he was in the draft, getting drafted by New York, people thought differently, but now he's competing for a Super Bowl. And I mean, if they win, there's a good chance he could end up winning Super Bowl MVP, which there are a couple teams that would really lose it if he ends up doing that. But we'll see what the Raiders do in the offseason. But yeah, that quarterback position is priority number one for them, without a doubt. No matter what the pool is this year, they need to do something different.
The Raiders had the 31st worst points for offense, 31st ranked yards offense. They were 32nd in first downs. They were 25th in passing touchdowns. This is just a flat out terrible offense. Their one bright spot, I guess, is their pass defense wasn't horrible. They were like middle of the pack in pass defense, but this Raiders team had 2 games this year where they were held under 100 yards throughout the season. A week 7 game against the Kansas City Chiefs where they were held to 95 total yards, and then a week 15 game against the Philadelphia Eagles where they were held to 75 total yards. These are professional athletes. If you get held to under 100 yards as an NFL team, you got to make a change. And then with them bringing in Kubiak, hopefully they sounds like everything we know, Mendoza is going to be the first overall pick unless something drastic were to happen. But maybe he's able to develop Mendoza. But I think the real thing the Raiders need to invest in that offensive line is it is a would we say it's the worst in the league? It's at least bottom 5. Like I think you could make
up there.
You can make an argument. Some teams are just their offensive lines are so bad they just get put together in one group. Regardless of how you have them ranked, the Raiders offensive line is easily one of the worst, and doesn't matter how good of receivers you have. I will always reference the Cincinnati Bengals meme where it is you draft Penei Sewell, you can throw to a receiver back in 2021, or you draft Jamar Chase, you can throw it to Jamar Chase, but Burrow's getting sacked. So if you're the Raiders, probably the best thing you want to do if you want to give Mendoza a legit chance to succeed is invest in that offensive line. I think the Raiders have like over $100 million in cap space this offseason, so we'll see what they're able to do with that. But I like this hire a lot. It's another one of those young offensive wizards that teams are just kind of gravitating towards. We'll see. He revitalized the Seattle offense, where Seattle is now a very dominant offense and is the reason why they're in the Super Bowl.